know is we want it right now. Everybody gotta bring their own style. When you want it and don't know how you get it, that's a love passion. All we know is we want it right now. Everybody gotta bring their own style. When you want it and don't know how you get it, that's the love passion. My dating scene is like a self-hating theme. Profiles are procrastinating on getting wedding rings. You must have your own dreams, own goals, and don't clean. And love Wu-Tang and also love New Jack Swing. 500 characters I gotta scribe? Okay, what other parts of me that I should hide? That I cannot name 10 teams in basketball? That I love music more than I could ever love y'all? But that's an unfair call. The rare birds above their heads on the 1 and the 3rd. In tune with my life's path. I only ask that you don't try to do my life math and just accept that it works like gravity and mass. Do I wanna dance? You don't even have to ask. Bullet ballet since my first day in music class. But there ain't a pleasure or distraction that keeps you from thinking about the love passion. All we know is we want it right now. Everybody gotta bring their own style. When you want it and don't know how you get it, that's a love passion. All we know is we want it right now. Everybody gotta bring their own style. When you want it and don't know how you get it, that's the love passion. Where's my hug? Where's my love? Where's my sex? You fuck boys have me vexed. You don't even know what you express, what you proliferate. I had to give up my whole second verse to try and set your funky ass straight. Okay, you exist. Make yourself into a person. Nobody owes you shit until you show them that you're worth it. And this goes for all of those across the gender spectrum. If you a man, you ain't entitled. If anything, you lessen. I know we never get anything off our chest and just carry all our woes until our death with no blessing. Imagine if you had a friend who would sit and listen and didn't push him away with your friend zone. Me and standing up, we doubling down on these terrible ideas that have been floating around. Retreating before the victory and ditching our logic. Building castles in the moat, that shit ain't gonna float. Deep in speaking and teaching got you making their votes. If you really the GOAT, can't you see that you're being eaten? The rights that you're preaching only have you more weakened. And you'll never have something in your life you can't believe in. Fast friends are fast enemies when you wanna leg it like centipedes. The moving targets change with the breeze. You're at the whim of whoever's against him at the moment, but that makes you look like the opponent, don't it? All we know is we want it right now. Everybody gotta bring their own style. When you want it and don't know how you get it, that's the love passion. All we know is we want it right now. Everybody gotta bring their own style. When you want it and don't know how you get it, that's the love passion. You don't have to feel so alone. Just pick up your phone and tell me I love you. We can work it out. No hiding feelings on so many things. Just say them. They don't have to weigh us down. I love Coke. I love Sprite. I love Taco Night. I love a night for Blockbuster. I love crocodiles. I love reptiles. I love all rap styles. I love Miles Davis, that is. I love Biz, Marquis. I love sneaking into the movie for free. But that is not an endorsement of piracy. From the entertainer to the entertainee. Yeah.
Coming in just at the end of the song here. How's it going, everyone? We're getting ready to corrupt some Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, which I'm excited about. We haven't corrupted this in about, I would say, a month. Here, actually, I have the video pulled up here. December is the last time we corrupted this, so 2 months ago was the last time, and it's definitely a good game to corrupt. Pull some music here. We're gonna do some algo music, if you're unfamiliar with that, just for a bit of background sound. Ooh, that was very loud. Let's turn that way down here. Okay. Anyways, this was kind of a request by Sky Coasterman, who is currently playing through Wind Waker. So I suggest checking out his Wind Waker playthrough. I don't have a link for that, but I should get one. But anyways, we're going to corrupt it. We're going to see how well it corrupts. We know from past that it does corrupt super well. So we're going to corrupt a different point than where we did corrupt before. Unfortunately, I don't have a save state ready for that, so we're going to have to kind of advance in the game a little bit. I'd like to either corrupt somewhere on the ship, or maybe we'll find a place that we think we should corrupt. But we'll find a place in a few minutes. I think I have almost everything ready. I just need some water. But yeah, hang tight and we'll get started in just a moment here. Also, is that capturing properly? It is! Alright, awesome. I'll turn that back up. Oh, it stops when I touch Google Chrome. That's weird. The song before this, by the way, it was made by Too Mellow, who is a fantastic composer who does, I'm going to say hip-hop, but I know that's not the right genre for it. Amazing music, though, and does a lot of old-school stuff, some soul music. It's good. It's very enjoyable. Standing by, what's going on, Sky Coaster, man? We're getting ready to get started in just a moment here. We may do a little bit of a playthrough just to get to a point where we can corrupt, because I corrupted right at the beginning before. But once we get to that point, we'll get some good corruptions out of it. And yeah, check out Too Mellow's content. He's got some good music. That one was from his Return of the Soul album. I highly suggest the Return, or what is it? I gotta check the album name. Oh, Google Chrome, stop it. His Memories of Tokyoto, I think, is the name of that one. Anyways, it's a tribute to Jet Set Radio. Let's switch scenes here, so we're gonna get to corrupting. I just have too many windows up. Corruptions. Yes. How's it going, everyone? If you didn't know, recently, OBS updated, which is super exciting. We now have the chat window. Is my camera facing the right way? Oh, you can't even see it because it's not going to be on your window, which I should have known. Anyways, now I have the chat window integrated into OBS directly, so I don't have to pull up a separate window for it, which is very nice, except for in games where I might need it. In this case, I don't need it, so I'm happy about that. Let's get the emulation running. If we can. There it is. And actually, I started off with, just to get the emulation working and the corruptions working, I started off with a quick corruption here where you can kind of see, well, when I started the corruption, it looks like we were in space. I called this one space because it looks like you're above like the world and it's just a space, a spaceship. But I guess we're upside down and we're around the overworld, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, this isn't where we're going to corrupt. I just want to make sure the corruptor is working properly before we get started. So, something I don't like about the new OBS update is it makes my window so much smaller, and I already have so little space to work with. It's gonna be okay though. Just making a little bit of room, so I can see stuff properly. And as with usual for corruptions, I'm gonna take one headphone off because we usually get some loud audio. Alright, so now I gotta load my fresh save state, get my controller, and we're gonna play a little bit of Windbreaker. At least until we find somewhere we'd like to corrupt. Which I should have done before stream. I was running out of time though, it's already 11:30, it's so late. I've been doing a bad habit of streaming later on in the night, and then I stay up all night because I watch whoever I host for like an hour or so. And then I play a game on the Switch, which I've been playing. I just started Celeste. Very nice game so far. Beautiful graphics. And nice music too. So then I usually do that for an hour, and by the time I actually get to bed, it's like 3 AM. Oh, not tech. There we go. I don't think the name matters. Does it actually name... No, it doesn't name the character. It's just the file. Yeah. This is late. This is late for me. I mean, it's midnight, and I got school in the morning. That's kind of late. I'm not gonna read this, but should we skip this as well? It's not a real playthrough. We can skip through this. I'll let it run. It's late for me, yeah. Especially when I gotta work at like 6 AM on some days. Not tonight, thankfully. But I would only have like 6 hours of sleep if I slept right now. Oh, do you have the 50 casual symbol? I forgot about that. Let me give a shout out to Sky Coaster Man, because he is very deserving of a shout out. Do I have my chat bot up? I do! Check out Sky Coaster Man. He has just the most amazing content. If you want to see a retro streamer who has just a good personality, awesome people in his chat all the time, and a cool Discord group for the Filthy Casuals, go check out Sky Coaster Man. You're too kind. I'm not too kind. It is well deserving, that's for sure. And what we're going to do is we're going to skip this now. I'm going to turbo through all this. You know the story. Everyone knows the story. Okay. I keep looking at my other laptop where the chat window, I used to check the chat window over there, so I'd be constantly looking over there. But now I can just look right in OBS. Which I have to glance at myself every time I do that. Just to verify that we can corrupt, let's corrupt this scene right here. It's a pleasant scene where she's calling for her big brother. And this is actually kind of where we corrupted before. We actually got on the main line and were able to control the character, but... let's get one good, like, character corruption first. Again. Kind of finicky. Actually, a surprising number of crashes. Let me change around my limiter list. I'm going to limit it to just an extended list. There we go. There we get some model corruptions. Ooh, scared me. Hey, thank you for the host, Sky Coaster Man. I appreciate that. Oh, Dolphin crashed! That's our first crash of the evening. But thank you for the host. I always appreciate the support. Okay. Something semi-funky is kind of happening. Let's see. Right, up our intensity. It might be because it's... I don't think this scene is pre-rendered at all. I think these are actual objects, but it might be pre-rendered? Maybe? It also is like a scripted scene, so let's skip through this. Let's actually get the gameplay. You're working on stream stuff, be in and out of the lurk. I love working on stream stuff. That is like my favorite thing to do. Is get everything ready and it all looks nice and you can put it on the stream. But yeah, no worries. Feel free to lurk away. I appreciate you hanging out for a bit. Hopefully we'll get some good ones in a bit. I gotta find that good save state to start at. Before it was right on the island. Now I gotta get off the island. We'll get on the boat. I skip through all this. Yeah, I think this is just, it's too scripted to be able to corrupt it properly. Maybe. That's what I'm assuming, at least. Sky Coasterman just subscribed! What? Sky Coasterman, thank you for the subscription! You got some text to highs in chat. Thank you, man! Dude, that's awesome! Now I gotta get some subscriber emotes. I don't even have any, man. Yeah, man. But thank you so much! I gotta collect them all. I'm getting closer. You know, I think the only one I'm missing is yours. You have an upcoming one though, for sure. Because I have jumping wasabi's. You have one coming up. You streaming tonight? Oh, we're still in the cutscene. What am I doing? There we go. I'm kind of happy with that emote. I originally hired someone for... Hired? That sounds bad. I tried a Fiverr submission for an emote. Couldn't quite get it right, and I couldn't like figure out what I wanted to get in an emote, so I eventually just literally took an image of a raccoon and corrupted it. I'm like, you know what? That looks great. Let's keep that. I'm pretty happy with it. Got some more of my favorite streamers. Man, I'm the one that's too kind. You're the one that's too kind. Thank you, Sky. I'm full of happiness. Thank you. And let's corrupt this game right now. Or it can screech at us. It can also screech at us. That's alright too. Our intensity's kind of high. That one's not a bad one. Kind of horrifying. There's something about it though that's not quite sitting with me right. Let me restart something. It isn't acting properly. Let's what do I gotta restart? I gotta restart this. A couple windows are gonna disappear. Oh, I forgot! Right above me I left a wood up there. That might not make sense to a lot of people if you weren't here for the last stream. Let me take a wood away. So that is what we had from Harry Potter Quidditch corruptions. And, well, that's Wood the Quidditch captain, and it's a horrifying picture of him. I hope no one saw that. But I guess if you did, it's kind of an idea of what we're going to be streaming here. And what do I gotta restart? I gotta restart all these windows. Get those up. Okay. And we're gonna start our netcore server. Get the server running, targeting the game properly. Get our vector engine set up, and target our save state. There it is. And now, let's see if it corrupts any better. Now it's not crashing like crazy, so that's what we wanted. Now it's, well, our intensity's low, but still, it was crashing off the bat for some of these. Like it kinda is. There we go, okay. That's what I wanted. It wasn't doing quite that before. And his hair is extending into infinity. So that's what we want. Now we're in the right kind of place. We're not gonna get a body corruption yet though, we gotta play it a little bit first. Let's just get a scary one to put up in the top left, though, for people that stop by. I'm kind of freaking out like that. It's good. What I'd like to... Oh, I just realized. Oh, my window is off. What I'd like to get is a way to capture GIFs and put that at, like, the top. But I gotta record it in, like, half a second and then throw it up there. I'm trying to figure out a way to do that. I might need to write a piece of software to do it, but it's definitely doable. But then I also have to host it on a web server, maybe. Or I'd have to write a script for OBS. Which I would be even less inclined to do. The web server would probably be more possible. And then I would just run that along with some of my other programs. The stockpile is the one that's off. Let's repair that. There we go, the stockpile is good to go. And our blast button's off. There we go. All of our windows are back. Back and happy. Let's try this a little bit more. Let's get a good one. Well, that was just hard to listen to. Ah! I might see one there. Look. Is that his face? No, it's just his hair. Oh, if only his face would stretch too. Like this one. I think that's part of his mouth. That's actually his lower jaw. Is stretched upwards. Jesus. Still not quite. We'll mess with our starting address a bit, bring it back. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, I like this creepy eyes. Okay, we're gonna take that as a screenshot. Oh, his eyes went back to normal. Got it just in time. Get our window up, capturing. We also get that wonderful flute. Sounds like a flute, maybe. There's our special window at the top left, just so people know what we do here. And let's actually play the game, which is something we haven't done in a while. What do we actually gotta do here? Go to, yeah, the house and go speak to Grandma. Good old Granny. And like just broke his ankles going down from the ladder. The only way to get to Granny's house is to get extremely dizzy on the way. And the moment you open the door, you throw up on the rug. Just trying to get a wild pig. You ready to grab it, Tech? No, I'm not. I'm not ready at all. Such a sad cry. There you go. Enjoy your pig. Granny's house is... What? Oh. You're a smart one. If you say so. Old man. That's not Granny's house. This one is. Happy birthday! It's my birthday today. My birthday's in June. My birthday's coming up though. I got, well, 4 months. Not really coming up. I'll finish with finals for my second quarter before even my birthday comes up. But hey, a couple months. I'll finally be the big 21. Hi, Granny. I've been waiting for you. I should be like fast forwarding through all this. And hopefully. Well, yeah, we can actually just fast forward it. We don't need to sit here. But yeah, perfect fit. Wait. The reason why I don't go super fast is because I forget what I'm supposed to do. Which is... Have you seen your sister? Let's go see our sister. Who is hopefully still over. If I remember correctly. It's been a while since I played. Here she is. I got a telescope! Yeah! Best present. A special gift, try it out now. Let's go try it out. What was that? Scope. Zoom in and out. It's great. Oh. It's really easy. Oh, I gotta set it. That's what I forgot. Look at the red post box. He's got Tingle with him. Oh, that's not Tingle. Can't look like Tingle. Tingle is terrible, go fill in the forest, needs help. Maybe we can corrupt in the forest, that might be a good place to corrupt. I was hoping on ship, but I don't remember how long the actual getting to the ship part process is. Might be kinda long. To the forest we go, which is this way. I think. Oh, all the way down. Forest path is... No, we need a sword. That's what we need. This is not how I get a sword. What am I doing? We gotta talk to Granny. Ooh, she has a shield. Memory is fading me. Oh, there she is. Oh. Okay. She said to go to the forest. We gotta go back to her. We gotta go upstairs. Look at that stuff that was behind. No! Shoot. To lift a rock, stand in front of it and press A. Oh, that's good advice, I guess. Nothing with post. I'm lost of what to do next. I don't want to corrupt here though, because we corrupted here last time, so we gotta go somewhere else. We need something to fight off with, right? We definitely need a sword, but who do we get the sword from? One of the villagers, I imagine. Not this guy. God, the pig gives us rupees. I'm climbing aboard that thing. How about you? You got anything I can fend off with? Ah, you do. There's our sword training. Press only B. I think I'm pressing B. B. Oh, okay. Oh, he doesn't want me to move. Gotcha. Look at me. B. Keep thrusting. I'm trying as hard as I can, old man. What do I do there? Hold B briefly and release it to do a spin attack or rotate. Oh, this is second. Cool, we're learning how to sword fight, slowly but surely. Then we're learning jump attack. Then we got our sword, then we go to the forest, and then we're good at corrupt. Don't let the old man down. And make a couple save states, just because we made some progress. Now we can go cut down the forest path. As quickly as possible. It's fun cutting grass. Ah, but the bridge is out. Can we can't jump that, can we? What do you gotta do next? Read. That's just the fountain site. We don't gotta go there. Do we? Yeah, we do. Indecisive. But I'm not gonna be able to roll that. But we can jump it. That makes it easy. Okay, this is where I was thinking about corrupting. So we'll have to take a look at where we'd like to begin. Maybe we'll get Harry down first. Because then we have a second object to work on. Mess him up. How dare you live in this forest? I was hoping to jump up here. Maybe, am I doing this right? Jump. Okay, cool. And there's a sign there. Probably something about boulders. You know, with enemies on screen, it might work just as well. It's like back it up and be looking at them. I don't want to get hit though, so I want to be able to like, have a good distance on them before I actually corrupt. I want to be looking at them. My parameters. Nearly like that, but zoomed in more. That's not bad. Let's give that a go a couple times, see how it looks. That one in the background's a little messed up. It looks like the mountain range is gone. This one we get a tiny Link. Or he's stuck in the ground. I think he's stuck in the ground. Keep moving. I still don't like our angle that much. Let's move it a bit more. In fact, let's not do these guys, just because we're going to be constantly running. Okay, get them over. He's gonna fall. Squinty-eyed Link. Once again, we're gonna see if we can corrupt a cutscene. We can. So we might want to do that, if we get like a good phrase we want to do it with. Spoiler, Zelda is kind of a bitch in this game. A little bit. You're not wrong on that. Kinda snarky. Miss Tetra. What about this boy? Okay, this actually might be a good scene in Crowns, just with him screaming. Because we might get his voice to corrupt like this. Which sounds awful. Ooh. One eye missing on What are these? This one? Yeah, that one. Then again, other than the faces, that yelling is gonna get real old real soon, so let's keep moving on. Quack. And she calls us a stupid kid. You don't even know me. I don't know how stupid I am. Kid just lost his sister. Picking on us. Pirates. Man. You can't hang out with the cool kids. You're not a cool kid. You're a kid. This would be a lot of reading if I actually chose to read this. Occasionally I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read all the dialogue, and then it's just a ton of dialogue. I'm glad I didn't offer that this time around. Curious about the story though. Go check it out. It's a story. The classic. So we leave. We're not coming back here. Easy to remember. We gotta go find a shield. That's easy enough. I know exactly where a shield is. Alright, bye Granny, I'm gonna steal your shield. Oh, I can't get the staircase without that. Oh yeah, we can. Oh, it's taken! No! Granny, where's the shield? Oh, okay, she's got it. He looks so sad! Okay, now he's good. He like took it and he's just like frowning and sad. He's been kidnapped. It's your fault, you weren't taking care of her. Okay. Bye, Granny. Stay safe. Don't get kidnapped by any birds or anything. Decrepit old shield. Yes, let's go. Under the high seas. Only 40 minutes in the stream, not too bad. Those speedrun strats. Oh, look how sad she is on the dock. Bye! They'll die while we're gone. That's mean. Okay. And this is where I wanted to crop. So on the high seas, we gotta get a good look at someone now. Maybe like right here. Or we can go upstairs if we want. Get this guy in view. He's doing something though with his hands. He's busy. So maybe we just get these two in the frame. How's that? Happy with that. Save state 1. And just like that, Link is in the sky. Oh man, he really goes up there. Actually, you can flip the camera to where maybe the top of it is, and it's all the way up there. Not sure if you're supposed to be able to see out that far, but alright. We're gonna get some good audio ones in a bit. I want to go for model corruptions first, and look at that guy's ankle! Oh my god. Is he safe to be piloting a ship? That broken of an ankle? Look at that, that thing needs surgery. I guess pirates don't really have surgery. They kind of just break it back into place. It looks like he's tried breaking it back into place a couple times though, and they kind of messed up every time. Trying to think of how practical it would be. Could you walk around like that? I feel like you could. You might have to worry about like getting caught on stuff. Caught on like the leg folds. Okay, here is our fully sanitized corruption. One memory, right? We'll call this ankle trouble. As we get more corruptions and combine them, we'll think of better names, but ankle trouble works for now, and now we can re-roll that to mess up his ankle further. Yeah, some of these are just a little broken. Not too bad. There's our gigantic one again. Some of these go off screen. We don't want the extremely ridiculous ones where they like go into infinity in one direction. We want just the minor ones. Like something like this. This isn't too bad. This is even... I'm not gonna say better than the one we have because it's not as extreme, but we'll say minor spring. And we can combine those two corruptions separately with two other corruptions just to keep some variety. But yeah, I'm happy with those two. Moving on from the top. It's got a really wide smile. Let's keep that one too. We can adjust the width of the smile because it's a little too big for my taste, but we can make it a bit smaller. With a little bit of hard work and effort. Fortunately, we have kind of large memory rights due to being on a GameCube. About 400 is what my intensity has been. Which isn't too long to sanitize, but it's a bit. A couple rights. I'd say about a minute per one. But there we go. We got a single memory right. This one here. And this is going to be Link's Smile. Now, I don't like it in its current form, so I'm not going to throw it on the stockpile right away. We're just going to re-roll it. And let's see if we get a good smile that's not too ridiculous. Like, just outside the face I'm hoping for. Also, that one's not too bad, because it's not even... Oh, it's backwards, that's why. His mouth is inside him. Maybe this one, because, well, no, it's too big, though. I like when he closes his mouth, though. He's, like, happy for a sec. You can see all the redness, like that. And then he closes it because he's not that excited. If we keep trying this again and again and we don't find one we're happy with, we can try manually entering in a value. I'm hoping not to resort to that, but we're only getting, like, extremely long mouths. This one's not bad. If only the skin didn't go so far out. But the mouth itself is extremely small, so let's keep this one. We'll call it, Smirk. Now he's sad. He's frowning a little bit. Hey. Ah. That's great. Now, I'm gonna keep trying. Hopefully we get one out of it. We can try to work off that one that we have. I have to write down the memory address on a piece of notepad, so let's do that. So 207 47307, and this specific memory address is 42 zeros. I gotta count. 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And now we're going to create a Nightmare Engine corruption, because that's the only ones we can edit. And we'll do a random value intensity 1. And we're just going to edit that right away. Everything else, update this new address to be 207 or 7307. And update that. Now the value we're going to send to this is an extremely long one. This should produce the same effect. It doesn't. Makes me worry I answered one of these incorrectly. Kind of. We are affecting his mouth. Like this one, he doesn't even have a mouth, which is kind of funny in itself. We can also keep that. Let's send that to our stash. I didn't like when I did that though. Blew up in his face. Let's do 5,000. $100,000. $5 million. Not finding a value I like. We are using. Actually, that's not too bad. It's a little squished. You can see a little bit of skin. Maybe one more zero. We are using vector values originally, so the values that we send to memory are perfect for this, but the ones that now we're manually entering in aren't quite perfect. So we get some of these do nothing, some of these do a lot. That's what makes his mouth really small. Let's stick with what we got. I like Spurk. And this one doesn't seem to crash, so we'll call it Jawless. That one actually reminds me of the Undead in World of Warcraft. And we can try re-rolling that. I think re-rolling it will create the same effect we had before. Actually, let's not re-roll it. It doesn't like that at all. I'm getting a lot of warning crashes without crashing the actual stockpile, which is good because we would lose our stockpile. Let's call this Waker stock. I should probably put a date on some of these because now we're creating new stockpiles for games we've already corrupted. Back to the vector engine. Back to a higher intensity. Okay. Maybe too high of an intensity. I just realized. Being slightly. There we go. Have a shadow. No, that's bad. I have these really bad desks that the university provides that has like an overhead light. Also, that's a nice one. This sounds like RuneScape music. It has an overhead project light thing. What are these things even called? A shop light, I guess. A tube light. It's called. Anyways, they're very bright and blinding, and I usually have to put like a rag or something up so it doesn't blind me. The music's good for a second, but then it kind of disappears. Let's move on. That one we have no music. And I think the captain's head is a little messed up. Is that his neck? Oh, it's just stretching. I want to keep that because I want kind of a stretched out neck. Not too intense, just a slightly stretched neck. See if we can get that. Oh, it also goes down. His neck is a pole. Oh, I see my clicks are registering through the stream. I was hoping to fix that. My click... I have a new mouse now that has a little bit of a louder click. My old mouse... Let's see. The clicks don't register because it's a little quiet. Like sometimes you can hear it if I'm talking already. But with the new one, the clicks are so defined and loud that it actually cuts through the stream. And I have to keep it that way because I'm reducing my audio through like a compressor and then I'm boosting it through a gain, so no matter what, it's going to cut through, sadly. Hopefully it's not too annoying. If it is, I'll relocate my mouse or I guess use my left hand with the mouse. Or create key bindings for the Xbox controller for corrupting, which would make my life so much easier for fast corrupting. At least for sanitizing. Sanitizing is the lengthy process of most of these. Finding the corruptions themselves is actually kind of quick. Depending on the game. Okay, we have a single memory rights. There we go. Send it on the stash. Once again, I'm using my hands, but I'm not showing my hands on stream. Okay. Now we're gonna reroll this. Get a better head effect. That's a good effect, right? Let's see then. Close. It's kind of a squash head. Oh, pancake. Head. Moving a alone. That one kind of looks like a thumb head. And that one he has a big head. We got all of them. Big head. Now, I always make the mistake of forgetting to combine my corruptions later on, so let's just mix some of these. I like Thumbhead and Ankle Trouble put together. How does that look? No. Minor Sprain and Pancake Head. These two. Yeah, that's not bad. We'll call this one Minor Sprain. This way it doesn't leave such a big workload at us at the very end of the stream when we're finishing up, which is good. We're going to remove the old Minor Sprain. And now we have... what was that? Pancake Head. Yeah, Pancake Head is taken out. And then Ankle Trouble. Let's mix that with Big Head. That's not Big Head. That's Thumbhead. Did we actually not grab the right one? We had a dependency problem. That's what we had. How's that? That's fine. Call this Thumbhead. This one. And remove Ankle Trouble. Okay, cool. So we got two kind of nice hybrid corruptions so far. We should also probably mix these two. Can't figure out which one I want better though. Let's mix these. We'll call this Thumbhead still. We're gonna remove Jawless from the stockpile. Move the old Thumbhead, and there we go. We got 3 corruptions, even though it's a combination of about 8 or 9, which is very nice. We're compressing them down. I still can't find a use for Smirk yet. We'll find something for that in a bit. Let's start with a brand new corruption. We haven't done one in a bit. So the FOE's a little bit off. Kind of a neat effect. I like the zooming in and the zooming out, but yeah, we'll get a better one. Maybe. Move on. Actually, let's try rerolling that. If I get a better effect off the bat. Not really. I think the intensity's a bit too high as well, but yeah, let's lower that a tad. Okay. What is that object? What is that giant thing? Is that a barrel? It is a barrel! Ah, you can see a really zoomed in barrel graphic. He has a torpedo chest. Link has become an ethereal object. Transcending all beings. Oh, you can also see through the wall a little bit there. I like that without there actually being an enemy, we still trigger the enemy kind of being near sound. Oh, I was like, are his eyes following me when I move the camera? It's just, his face is a little bit off. I think it's, like, the face part that would be covering him is transparent, but the eyes are still there, so it gives it a kind of a weird effect. I would like to keep that. I'm going to send this to the stash and we'll diagnose that a bit. In the meantime, we're going to get this music to stay, because I want to keep this music. So we're going to troubleshoot this first. And get this sanitized out. Slowly but surely. It takes a couple seconds for the music to kick in, so that's why I'm sitting here for a sec. Each time we sanitize it. Oh, I missed it on the last 30. Alright, back up from the top. I'm gonna turn off my personal audio a bit. I can hear it better. Okay, we're at 234. 117. 59. Ah, I almost did it again. Okay, 59. Saved. I'm gonna send it to the stash so we don't lose it this time. 15. 8. 4. Nearly there. 2. Okay, I'm gonna send it to the stash. We'll call it enemy nearby. And let's sanitize this other one now. So we gotta keep the dark effect and we gotta keep the base effect. So let's see if we can separate those two as well. Hard to locate because there's a couple things going on at once. Okay. This half has the dark effect, so we'll sanitize that again in a sec. Now I gotta find the face transparency. It's a little tricky to locate because a lot of the time his body is being messed up. Like this, I can't tell what's going on there. This is the one, okay. It's a kind of a cool effect when you can nail it. Like, that looks weird. It's almost like those like little dragon paper mache things that you would put on a table and you would walk around and it looks like the eyes are following you. That's what it reminds me of. Oh, it's length size. Did I mess it up? I think I did. Enable everything. It should be in these two halves. It is. Okay. So there's a hybrid corruption going on, which is worrisome. Because it's hard to sanitize in that case. But even though it is tricky, we're moving through it. I mean, this is one corruption. It's pretty good. We got 4 separate components pulled out of it. It just requires a lot of trick of the hand. Shoot. I think I deleted the wrong half. I did. Okay, we can start from here, I believe. Yeah. Sure this is the correct one. Yeah. So we're halfway there already. Oh, my PC is choking. I can hear it screaming at me. Another problem with this. Do it again. I did. My hand keeps slipping onto the delete button, and I accidentally delete the half that we need. I was gonna say, another problem with sanitizing this one is we need to move the camera every time to verify whether the corruption persists, I believe. Well, actually, no, that's not the case, because we can see this one, and his eyes do look messed up. So actually, to hopefully make things go faster. Fingers crossed. We're down to 233. I'm gonna save another, like, half copy. only got 3 weeks left to this quarter for university. It's going by so fast. And I'm not excited for next quarter. Because for next quarter, I'm going to take the hardest class in my undergraduate career. So, a little worried about that. I took my my autumn quarter of this year, and it was so difficult that I had to drop it at the time because I was worried about losing a scholarship for it. Couldn't get bad grades, so I was like, I have to at least get a B, I think, to maintain good status for the school, which I could not have done in that class at the time. Now I'm feeling a little bit more confident, but my free time's going to suffer for that, sadly. But we'll power through it. I'm luckily taking 2 kind of easy, quote-unquote, courses along with that one. One's a course on ethics for technology, and another one is on pop culture literature, which I'm excited about that one. I'm not an English major, I'm a comp sci, but I still like writing. This might explain why we have so much trouble sanitizing this one corruption. It is a hybrid of... Oh, is it only 2? Yeah, only 2 memory rights. I was gonna say 3 memory rights. I was like, Jesus. Usually we don't get that very often at all. But we finally got it, so we'll call it link size. Oh, no, optical illusion. Optical illusion. Okay, and with that one saved, we're also gonna get this one, the night sky one. Just the dark color in the background, really. And this one is much easier to see than the face corruption, and I can almost guarantee it's not going to be like a multi-corruption either. Just a single memory right. That creates a gray filter on the screen. Nice nighttime view. Even though it's blue in the sky. Okay, there's our single memory rec. Send it to our stash. We'll call this Night Sky. And now we can try re-rolling a couple of these. I was hoping we would get something like this so we can make it pitch black. We'll call this Deep Nights. And, oh wow, we can make a lot of cool effects with this one. This we can just go full-on pitch black. I don't think we should keep this one specifically though, because it's hard to view and it's hard to like kind of move around, which isn't too interesting to play necessarily, but it's still kind of cool to see. We have this orange one, runner. That one, it's like a mucus yellow. What would be that color? What would make the ocean that color? Things that are neon orange like that come to mind. We're gonna call this the Yellow Sea. That's not even an actual ocean, isn't it? Yellow Sea? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Nope, that's a film. Nope, it's also a sea. Okay, cool. Saved ourselves. There we go. The Yellow Sea. Moving on. I made a pee joke. Ooh, I like that one. This one right here. I love when games have slight shadow corruptions. So anything that slightly adjusts the color of shadows, but still maintains that, you know, you have your lights and your darks and all that kind of stuff. This looks amazing to me. This is something that when I say I corrupt video games, I like showing people stuff like this. Otherwise, I'll show them stuff. If I'm making a joke, I'll say stuff like this. Because that's just wonderful. But I love these colored ones. So it's... Oh, and there's also the Yellow Sea along with it. Let's take a photo. I'm gonna put this on audio. Just want to get a good photo of these guys. night sky. So I have a copy for myself. I put any of the corruptions that I make into the Discord if anyone's curious. That's why I say when I'm taking a screenshot, I just throw them in there. Those are the ones I'm proud of. So that's what I'm doing now, just taking a couple photos. Okay, and we're gonna save this one. We're gonna call it Moulin Rouge? No, Midnight Blues. Now, Deep Nights, this one's not that dark actually. Wait, really? Oh, we didn't remove the dependency. Ooh, did we do that for the other ones though? We did, okay. Good. I was worried there for a moment. Let's keep trying for some more, see if we can get anything else out of it. More Yellow Sea. I want like a dark one that's not colored, if I can. This one's almost, it's just still a little too dark and we can't really see the characters too much. But this one we can see a little bit more of the sky. It has some color to it. Oh, I got hiccups now. But it's not quite what I'm looking for. I'm gonna keep trying until we get the one I'm looking for or we pass like 30 of them. Also do it kind of quickly. Nope, I'm not seeing it. I don't think we're lucky at all. Well, it was a good try, but let's stick with the one we got. I'm really happy with Midnight Blues. That just looks so nice to me. And Yellow Sea kind of looks cool. A little too bright for my taste, but hey, we'll mix it with something. And the night sky, it's dark. Like, let's compare it with, say, this one. It's much lighter, or it's much darker than the actual game, so it's a nice touch. We'll combine it with something later. I don't quite know what we'll combine with it well yet, but we'll find something in a bit. But anyways, let's go from the top. We're going to clear out our history and do a fresh one. I don't think we have anything we need to re-roll yet. We can try the optical illusion to see if that changes anything. I don't believe it will. Oh, it looks like it's the location of the eyes. Oh, okay, so there we go. We have no eyes, which is one. Is he also not walking? Why is he not walking? What on the animation cycle did we break for his walk? Also, his eyes are... Oh, they came back. Why did they come back? It looks like they caught up to us. So they're not here. Walking around. Not seeing them. I think it's like I hit the wall. They came into vision. There they are. I see them there. I'm trying to sneak them. That's... And then they return to our head. What a weird effect. We'll call it Chasing Eyes. I mean, spell eyes, right? Chasing Eyes. Okay. And we try a couple more tries. So, our original effect, the optical illusion, is really just the eyes being further in its head. And can we reset it? We can. So we can reset that by walking into the wall. And sometimes he has no eyes, and sometimes he doesn't. And I guess we'll be good to go with that. I don't know why his walking cycle is broken. That doesn't... Is that always the case? Why does he always walk around? It's not always broken. It's just, yeah, I guess that one corruption type piece frozen. Alright, from the top, let's do a brand new corruption. Did he, like, explode into existence? He did. Where did he come from? Oh, God. Reroll. He became, like, a really large object, and he just got smashed down into a tiny little piece of paper. Oh, and he stretched back out? He did. When did he do that? Huh. Anyways, he's the morphing Link. This one... Oh, we do have a ship. I was gonna say we have no ship. It's just a flattened ship. That's sinking? Why is it sinking? Well, we gotta keep that. I mean, come on. The sink. The ship sinks. Or the camera sinks. I cannot English tonight. Man, I've been in class for too long, I think. And I didn't get my daily nap. Or no, I got a small one earlier. Like a 20-minute one. I woke right back up. I wish I got a bit of a longer one. So what triggers the actual effect that we saw? It's not just standing over here. Oh no, it is. That's tricky to keep. Sure. Because we always have to walk over there to verify that the ship does fall. And it doesn't always fall. And we're not going to keep it. We're going to move on. I didn't know you can drown on board. The thing with Zelda games is we get... Actually, Zelda and Mario. Is we get a lot of stretchy objects. Drum roll! And that is the case with this one as well. I like his outfit. I want to keep that. But do we really want that one? We can make it smaller, which I think would be funny. Let's try to keep that. Oh, it's actually two corruptions in one. It's either his chest or his, like, lower half belt. Let's keep the chest one, because I think that would be funnier. Okay, 14 memory rights. 7. 3. Discord notification. I'm going live. Thanks, Discord. And 1. Okay. Send that to our stash. We'll call this Link's chest. We're gonna reroll it so it doesn't matter on the name. This one was the one I'm looking for, where he's super skinny. Yeah. We'll call it Bones. And let's keep moving. Any better than the one we got? I like the one we got better. It's either super skinny or like box shaped, or that weird like, cylinder one. Excuse me, I think I am happy with the one we got. That one's a little weird because you get some geometry in there with like little shapes, but let's ignore that. And Link's chest itself, we're not gonna keep it, it's too spiky. We got bones out of it, which I'm happy with. Can we mix that with Jawless? We can, but in order to get Jawless back, we gotta pull it from one of these, I forget which one. I think Thumbhead? Yeah. Let's open up Thumbhead and find the specific corruption. That's the one. Send it to the stash. And now from the stash we can call this Jawless once again. Combine it with Bones. And now we're creating like some kind of undead, horrifying creature. We're gonna call this one Undead. And now we can remove the two previous entries and we now have kind of a more hybrid Hybrid corruption. Which ones did I remove? Bones and jaws. No, I removed the right ones. Okay. Yeah, moving on. Clearing history out from the top. Nothing I want to keep there. Her ankle's kind of broken, which we could take. Yeah, we should take that, because we can mix it with our previous sprained ones. We just gotta re-roll it so it looks a little bit nicer, because right now it's kind of going way off too far. Seven memory rights. 3 memory rights. And 2 and 1. Okay. Got that one saved. We'll call it her ankles. And we're just gonna reroll it until we have one we like. I kinda like the one that goes off in this direction towards us. But it's still a little too intense for me. Let's see if we can get a better one. That one's not bad. I like that. It's just a little messed up. Not too far, not pushing on you too much. We'll call it minor sprain, which we already got a name of that. We're going to remove her ankles. And let's combine it with our previous minor sprain here. Yeah, I like that. Minor sprain. Minor sprain. Okay. And now her leg's a little messed up. His leg is a little messed up. And hopefully we can be subtle about that reference. We'll say, oh, look at their ankles. Something like that. Okay, so from the top, brand new one. The 4 quadrants of Link. Oh, the camera's a little messed up. The holy figure of Link. On some weird colors. I should warn you, if you're sensitive to flashing lights or bright colors or anything like that, be cautious in this stream because as you can kind of already see, we're getting a lot of flashing colors. So, be wary of that. Okay, we're coming back to this one in a sec. I want to make sure there's nothing here. Yeah, we already got that. Look at this one. So, now we gotta release the code. His body is small, his appendages are small, and he's shaking. Look at his feet. Look at those feet. She's tiny, and she's shaking. This is brilliant. Let's save this. So I'd like to also keep the guy on the right shaking, if possible. That is my goal. So in this half they are normal, in this half he's shit. In this half she's a genie, look at that! Okay, we're gonna save this one for later. Well, let's get this other half. So this one here, they're all kind of misshapen. When I get a chance, I want to get a good screenshot of them. They look like they got scared because they're little turtles and they went back into their shells. Okay, got that all saved up. Send it to the stash, and I want to get a good picture of one of them. That's a good one. I'm gonna put that on the window at the top left too. Okay. Send to the boss editor. And this guy, can we get a good photo of him? He's kind of behind the wheel, which is tricky. Unless we can get on that platform. Oh, well, it's up there. We'll just be in awe of him. That's about it. Oh, it looks like his hands reset when he goes for the wheel. Anyway. That one we're gonna call just Babs. And then now let's get the genie one. So this one here. And the shakes. So we gotta try to distinguish both of those. Okay, this one is shakes. We're gonna send that to the stash and get that in a sec. In the meantime, we're gonna get the genie. Oh, look at his tiny arms. Or his one tiny arm. It's like a flat piece of paper. Oh, it's like he broke it or something. He got it flattened like car door. Well, I guess we don't have car doors. Maybe he got it squished between a ship and a rock. And they still let him pilot. Respect the workers. Okay, 14 memory rights. Slip of the hand. I gotta send it to the stash every once in a while. It's because we have all these multi-corruptions where there's a couple things going on that I accidentally remove half of it and I can't make copies to the stash. Okay, down to 58 memory rights. 29. 15. 4. Nearly there. 2. And 1. Sending to the stash. I'm gonna call it Genie. Which I hope I spelled right. I don't know if I did. Genie. Yep. Cool. Yeah, let's get a good close-up of that as well. That's a good photo right there. My reaction seeing the new Aladdin movie. Aladdin, I'm not spelling that right. Aladdin. 2Ds? How does 2Ds? Hold on. Okay. Now we can re-roll Genie, see if we get a different effect out of that. Oh, what is that one? What are her legs? His arms are okay, at least. Do we want to keep that? Let's keep it. We're just gonna combine it immediately with something else though. We're just gonna call it legs, and let's put it straight with smirk. Smirk. That way we don't have to worry about it. We're not making the stockpile larger. We're just adding an effect to that, nothing else. Babs and Genie we're going to keep alone though. We might be able to mix those nicely with something else. Yeah. Let's keep rolling though. This one's for Babs. Oh, some of these are grotesque. That one's literally just a torso. What is she's like cannonballing into herself. Link wonders if he should call for help. Can I talk to you? I can. I'll just phase into existence. Wait, what did you just say? Okay. She seemed like she insulted me. Well, should we keep this one too? He's also kind of funny. We'll call it Fleshball. We might not keep this. We'll put a maybe next to it. Yeah. Torso again. Fleshball. That is such an awful name. There's giants. Oh, there's mouth. Is that Link's? Or is that hers? That must be Link's. He's the only one who like smirks like that. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's hers. Lots of really big models. Tons of big models. Look at all these. Ball gun. Ooh, do I want to see what this is? I don't know if I do. I can zoom out far enough though. That would be horrifying if we can actually see what it looks like. Spagoodlers! Thank you for the raid! Thanks, man. What's going on? We're doing a little bit of corrupting for Wind Waker tonight. We've got some kind of decent ones so far. And also some horrifying ones, if you're into that too. Like, here's a ball. Totally normal. Some Wild Arms. I haven't played that before. Oh god. Terra. What is Wild Arms? Let me look that up. I'm curious. Ooh. Been taking yoga classes? Amen to that. Like, look at her. I can't even, like, stretch and touch my toes. She can, like, bend into herself. And another one we had was Genie. And this is actually the one you see at the top left. Your reaction to seeing the new Aladdin movie. Or at least the promo for it. Only the best JRPG series of all time. If that claim is true, then we're gonna have to play that sometime. So let me put that... I have the Wikipedia page up. I will check that out after the stream. Thanks for suggesting it, though. I'll have to see... Actually, I'll check out your playthrough for that. That'll be easy. Anyways, there's the Genie. Nightmare Fuel. That is all we got, is a lot of Nightmare Fuel. We do corruptions all the time, and we always get horrifying stuff like this. You get little tiny Babs, like look at the little tiny baby. They're just small. And the little guy up there, well, he's a big guy. He looks like a big jelly bean. Except War Arms 5, you can skip that one. And always Sims with tactics style battles. Okay, gotcha. Cool. We got... I'm slowly building like an undead Link. I'm trying to go for it, like he's missing a jaw. So we got Jawless. He has like no bones in his stomach. So I got that one. There's 2 so far. I was emulating Hey You Pikachu a few months back. Oh, that's cool. You know, Pikachu turns and faces the camera in the title screen. It turned to face me with no face texture. Oh god, that sounds horrifying. Especially when you expect to see like a happy face. You're like, oh hey Pikachu, and then it's just staring into a void. That sounds amazing. Hey You Pikachu, that'd be a fun one to corrupt. I'll write that down too. The N64. Might corrupt well. And then outside of this one, we had just kind of a couple fun effects, like, not this one, Optical Illusion, where the transparency of Link's face is like, well, there's transparency on his face, so you can see his eyes, but they're kind of in his face a little bit, so it looks like the eyes are following you as you move them around. And a nice, like, couple colorful ones, like, the Yellow Sea. I wish you were recording too, that sounds amazing. Especially a reaction to that too. That would be a golden reaction. This one I like a lot, Midnight Blues. Neat little color effect. Oh, and just some more like kind of model Corruption's horrifying ones. Like his ankle's just broken all to hell, and he looks like he has a thumb for a head. Oh, thank you for the follow too, man. All the support tonight. Thank you. Spagoodlers. Okay, I want to make sure I get your name right. That's a fun word to say. Spagoodlers. You turn off your computer and went to sleep? I don't know if that would have been the best decision. Oh, we got 2 follows. Oh no, we got a host. Wild Mike Twitch. Wait. The name is familiar. Where do I know Wild Mike Twitch from? You've been here before, I believe. I hate to see... Wait. Oh no, okay. That was a host. Thank you for the host, man. Now I'm all confused. What do you just say, though? You turn off your computer and go back to sleep. Yeah, I feel like going to sleep would have been the best decision, because then you're thinking about it all night. And then it's like ingrained in you, and now when you see Pikachu, you have small flashbacks. Oh, and your name, too. Okay, cool. Spagoodlers. Where'd you think of a name like that? I'm curious. And while you're typing that up, we're going to do a brand new fresh corruption from the top. So hopefully we'll find something interesting. We may get some terrible audio like this, and we also may get some terrifying visuals, or I should warn against flashing visuals. If you're sensitive to like flashing lights or anything like that, be cautious because we do have a lot of flashing lights on the stream. There's that horrifying audio, and there's those flashing lights all in one. I enjoy the spaghetti Frito. Okay, that's cool. And I know, right? I love me a broken game. I love breaking them and just seeing how bad it gets. And yeah, if you're epileptic, be very cautious with any corruption stream because they just go wild sometimes. Oh, they all got the shakes. This one, the audio is just kind of scary. Brisby! What's going on, Brisby? How you doing tonight? Get that Kermit. We've got some horrifying corruptions so far for Wind Waker. I know Sky Coaster Man was interested in checking this game out for corruptions, and I'm pretty happy with the results. And we got our first crash of the evening, our first hard crash. There's some broken glass to tell you that our emulator's shut down, but it's okay. We're using save states, so we can jump almost right back into the corruptions. There we go. Right back into the corruptions. There's Sky, you still looking around. Oh, what's? Look at that. Matching emotes. That's awesome. It's like a crossover episodes. Hello, I am Monk. We're gonna get a couple of good walks, for sure. I'm looking for like a good body corruption for Link. We're not getting many. Let's mess with the starting address because mostly we've been just like corrupting the 2 characters that are next to us, but we haven't got a lot of Link corruption, so let's go back. Let's see. Lots of flashing, lots of stretching models everywhere. I like that face. He's like horrified. His neck is stretching out. Oh! He sinked into the ground! And that was the last he ever saw of Link. He just went into the ocean. He's been gone ever since. And the seagulls are still searching for him with their long, graspy arms. Have you messed with the boat merchant? He's my fondest memory of Wind Waker. No, I haven't! That'd be kind of fun. I'd have to get to a point, I don't know, how long would you say you would have to go until you get to the boat merchant? Because we can definitely mess with him. And if we don't get to it today... Also, hey SNES girl, what's going on? SNES girl, I said SNES. I committed sin by saying that. That was instinct. What's going on, SNES girl? If it is quick to get to the merchant, we can try corrupting him. If it's not, I will write that down and definitely we'll get to it around the next time. Because I want to corrupt this a couple more times, for sure. Also, wait! That's my finger face emote. Tech what's? Get some tech kappas in here. Oh, I'm using this nice, like, OBS built-in chat feature, but sometimes it's so small for me, I gotta jump over the other one. It is blasphemy, I am so sorry. It's maybe an hour into the game. Okay, so maybe not tonight. I'll get a save state though, and I'll work that out. That shouldn't be too bad. A lot of people say... I know a lot of people say it, but I know I shouldn't say it, so I'm gonna watch out for that. And you've been working on introducing a Filthy Casual Streamer of the Month. Also, we have a bunch of people that may not know the Filthy Casuals. Check out that Discord. So, I don't have a link, but Skycoasterman and I have a link. Skycoasterman is the leader of the Filthy Casuals. It is a group for all types of gamers. If you're a corruption streamer like myself, if you're a retro streamer, an RPG streamer, there's so many people that are in that Discord, and we all are kind of like a community who hang out and chat with each other. So check it out. Highly recommend it. There's some awesome people in it. We got Sky, I myself in a minute, we got SNES Girl, Wasabi Tonic, Brisby, the whole gang's there. So go check them out. Brisby got the link in the chat, hooking us up. And we got this terrible audio to introduce that with, I'm sorry. Do you have any suggestions, Tech? I'll put some suggestions in the streamer chat for the Filthy Casuals, because I might have to think about that. I like those kind of, I wouldn't call it bureaucratic, but like bureaucratic way of like introducing it and like having certain parameters and requirements and put it all on paper. I love doing stuff like that. So I'll look into it. Could be a fun way to do it. And retro streams for the win. True that, we're in retro tonight, so we're representing. Did I miss anything else? It's quicker. It is quicker. That is true. It's quicker to say SNES than SNES. But it's more proper to say it the other way around. Off stream, I may say SNES secretly. Also, look at the Twitchy link. We're taking suggestions. I feel like we're always open to suggestions, right? You already chose? Wait, what? I got chosen! That's awesome! Thank you! Oh my god, get some Texas highs to you all. Thank you! I don't even know what to say. I don't even have a speech prepared. No, but thank you. I love all of you guys. You guys are just the greatest support. Like, honestly, I wouldn't know where I would be without you guys today. Also, SNES is the most unholy pronunciation. That is a fighting word. Some people may fight with you on that. I may be in slight agreement. Maybe. But it's the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, so yeah, you gotta pronounce it all. It's either the Super Nintendo or the Super Entertainment System. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry, I will. I'm having too much fun with it already. You don't think you've heard anyone say it that way? Wait. SNES? Say S alone with the NES. SNES. Oh, I see what you mean. Also, I want to keep this one, wait. This one we're hanging out on now. I want to keep her eyes white. Let's sanitize that. Because that's just horrifying. And we can mix that with something else. We mix that with the ghoul one, they could be ghoul buddies. I'm sanitizing the corruption now, so if you don't know what that is, I'm like slowly removing all the unnecessary like little stretchies that are on the screen. It's SNES. I know I was there when it came out. Exactly. The OG right there knows exactly what it is. I watched my tongue since then. I'm doing the proper pronunciation because I understand why too. Why it's being why it's proper to say it the other way. With before, like I didn't actually have a reason for it, but now I understand. No one called it SNES before 2016, and really, you do enunciate that Z. I also say Ness, which also sounds just as bad because Ness is a character in Earthbound. But I don't care about proper pronunciations. People go nuts when I play. I'm gonna say Dynasty. That's it, or Samurai Warriors. Am I pronouncing any of those wrong? Can you really be wrong if you're enjoying the glory of the Super Nintendo? Okay, I get your reasoning there. As long as you're still playing retro. And you have your reasons, as long as you have your reasoning. I would say that like one of the best arguments for it is to say that you have a, it's just a shorthand but it's only like a millisecond shorthand. Super Nintendo Entertainment System is your favorite console. What's your favorite game on there? On the Super Nintendo, I'm curious. And we're gonna call this Ghoul Eyes. And we're gonna mix it immediately with... Who's our undead? Undead. So there we go, now we have Link with a super small chest, and no jaw, and her with white eyes. Let's mix those two together. Call this one Undead. Perfect. Final Fantasy III, that's a solid choice. Okay, I understand that. Definitely fair. But yeah, there are so many good games on the Super Nintendo. Let's see. Ghoul Eyes, we also mixed this one with Chasing Eyes, because this one's also white eyes. Oh, this one's no eyes. Even better. We'll call this one... Just call it Blind. That kind of works. And we'll remove Chasing Eyes. And Ghoul Eyes. Okay, there we go. We have two now updated corruptions for Blind and Undead. Very nice. Okay, from the top, let's do a brand new one. And we died instantly. And it crashed! We're all falling on the ship. There's his neck corruption again. I wanted to get like a really big neck corruption, but no, it's just a really big head though. It's a gigantic head. Golden eye head. Link has the shakes. Oh, he's just a torso now. Ooh, does that look good running? Oh, when he comes back into reality. If it was just his legs and you could just see his legs running around, I would play the whole game like that. That'd be hilarious. The scream into the void. Oh, more flashing lights, by the way. God. Oh, it's the wheel. I thought all the little brown things going off were like his arms. I'm like, God, he turned into a spider. Thank God it's not that, because that would have been more horrifying. But hey, big wheel. If you're into that kind of thing. I never had a big wheel as a kid. I wish I did. That one's really zoomed in, I kinda like that. The pole's just an added nice touch. Let's get a good screenshot there. Oh, don't stop the animation. Now we gotta look for like the perfect pose, which we're not gonna get. Let's just take it to that one. Just for people that stop by, now we have like a little window. They could just take a peek at what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I really want the zoomed in one though. I like when we have a nice zoom in because then we can really like highlight some of the weird corruptions. He kinda looks like he's been like roasted. Like, oh, it's his belt! That's what that is. I thought it was like one of the poles in the boat or something. Okay, this one takes a little while to sanitize. We got 100 memory rights left. I guess I can explain. So, I mentioned what sanitizing does. It removes the unnecessary bits of the corruption, but the reason why we sanitize is because for most of these corruption stockpiles, I throw them into a stockpile, and I have like 30 or 40 components that I've all put together, and in case if you're curious, if you'd like to access this stockpile, say you want to play Wind Waker, but you want my special corruption on top of it, like some color corruption, or maybe Link's face is all messed up, you could download my stockpile and put it on your game. As long as you're playing with an emulator and not on original hardware. You should be playing on original hardware, but I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, because I'm playing on an emulator. But you can load it in and play these corruptions. So you just have to DM me, I can send the stockpile. It's no worries on me. I used to upload them, but it's just kind of a hassle to upload it sometimes. But yeah, that's why I do most of this, to kind of give back to the corruption community. And if someone wants to look into these corruptions and like look at the addresses and change them a little bit, you can re-roll them, all kind of fun stuff like that. You misspelled scream? Wait, how'd you misspell it? It's almost better, it's scream into the void. It has its own meaning. It's so bad you can't even complete the scream. But thank you for clipping that. I love clips. Clips are awesome. I usually have to go back after the stream. I like write little numbers for stream markers. I like write 1 and then forget what the 1 even was, and I'll like search around to when I was actually clipping. I'm bad at that. So I love when people do it. Put them in chat. And plus, you get the little viewers off it. I think there's a badge for if you get like most viewed clip. Maybe that's partner only though. Might be partner only. That'd be cool if that was an affiliate thing. Anyways, we got our zoomed in camera. So we'll call it close up please. And now we can take a look at what that would look like with like undead with the no jaw. Now we can really see the no jaw up close, and actually we can see some bits of the neck that I didn't see before. The geometry kind of gets a little messed up. We won't be combining these two together permanently, but it's nice to see regardless. We can also change the close-up corruption by re-rolling it, and hopefully getting varying levels of close-upness. Neck bits, your favorite, right? This one's kind of cool. So what's going on here is we see the HUD. The HUD's at the top right, the top left, all this stuff, because that's how it's normally drawn to the screen, and we're not changing those locations. They're still being drawn at those locations, but our camera is so zoomed out that the HUD is still at a fixed location, and we see all the stuff around it. So what we get is this kind of cool effect where you see the screen and where it's supposed to be on the game itself, but we see around that area stuff that we're not normally supposed to see off screen. And this would be very interesting if Wind Waker was using like dynamic. Memory allocation is the right word. Like dynamic loading of its assets. Like some modern games, it has so many trees and grass textures and all that kind of stuff that when you look away from it, usually that stuff is deloaded, or you're not constantly having that there, so you don't have to take up so much video RAM or anything like that. Crash Bandicoot actually implemented that. So this game probably doesn't do that, but when we looked away, we might be able to see some of the assets disappearing off camera, which is kind of cool. And this is a dope stream. I didn't know people were doing this madness. Not a lot of people are. I haven't seen anyone that does corruption streams regularly. I saw one guy who does it kind of on and off again. He used to do the big stuff like Xbox 360 corruptions, PS4 corruptions, and PC stuff. That's stuff I try to do here and there, but it's very tedious, I would say. And you have to have a lot of prep work beforehand. And that's Zero Ducks Given, who is big in the Vine Sauce community. And the Vine Sauce community is definitely the big group who does it. But yeah, he doesn't do it too much anymore, sadly. I think I'm one of the only ones that still does it. Streaming, making the corruptions. People still stream corruptions every once in a while. Anyways, I'm going to call this HUD Zoom, just to keep it. I like the technical ones. Usually I try to create interesting corruptions that I can give to someone else. Whereas the technical ones I keep for myself, just because it gives us a little bit of like a magnifying glass into the game, which is kind of cool. We have chosen our very own corruption streamer, the Filthy Casuals. Happen to be part of the Filthy Casuals too. I love founding that place. And I found you in Retro. How about that? Retro Life. Yes, the most entertaining. I happen to be the most entertaining. I am also the only one, so I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but I'll take it either way. Let's re-roll this. Can we get... Oh, we got like a really close zoomed in one. I gotta get more Frecker face emotes. I have my raccoon ones, but I gotta get more like corrupting ones. I think we might have exhausted the HUD one. Still very cool to see though. I like that effect. Also, this one looks like it's super far away. Oh yeah, kind of get like a kaleidoscope effect a little bit. Very neat. At one of these points, it looks like the screen gets dark. I was wondering if I can catch what that is. Yeah, right there. Like a sunset. Alright, from the top, let's do a brand new, fresh corruption. Oh, we got our second crash of the evening. I always get excited when we crash the emulator because it means we did something like really bad. And we hear the broken glass. There it is. We did something we really weren't supposed to do. We broke the GameCube itself. This one we got some like pecs that are extending beyond anything that should be a pec. Ooh. Just nice corrupted audio. It's subtle. But it's muffled and it's kind of nice. I like that. It sounds good. Let's keep that. It's not often we get nice sounding audio. Usually we just get like screaming bats who like right up to the microphone and screech into it and then like fly and hit a wall or something. And that's what we get over and over and over again. So it's a pleasant surprise when we get something that's kind of nice. It's a little brassy too. Love it. Nearly there. 13 memory writes, 7 memory writes, 3 memory writes, and we're there. We got a single memory writes. We're gonna throw that onto the stockpile and call it. What do I call this? It kind of sounds like it's underwater, but it's also kind of brassy. It has both of those things to it. We're gonna call it brass. Now let's re-roll it. Now usually we don't get an effect when we re-roll music corruptions, but I can hear like the audio being adjusted slightly. A little bit. Very subtle corruption in general, but we're gonna move on. Let's start with a fresh one from the top. And we're gonna change our starting address because we haven't done that in a little while. I'm gonna be closer to 0, which usually we will run into. Let me adjust that so we don't hear that awful audio. Oh wait, let's go back to that one. What is her face? I was gonna say, we're gonna get closer to 0, which means that, oh, the audio's great too. We're gonna corrupt system functions, so when you have a GameCube disc, usually right on the edges, no, towards the center, you're gonna have like system instructions, like maybe how to store memory, other system functions that you may have on a GameCube disc. Corrupting those can be dangerous, and usually you'll crash the emulator, so we won't go exactly at 0. We'll corrupt around that area and see if we get some interesting stuff out of it. In the meantime, though, I want to corrupt this lady's neck, because that is an abomination. Oh, she's also blind in one eye. I also like how she looks up. Really gives us that full, like, neck appearance. Those are 2 corruptions put together, so we gotta keep the one where she's looking up right here. I'm gonna send that to the stash, and we'll sanitize that in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, let's take a look at the other half, this one, and keep that effect. Actually, this effect alone is probably good enough. We don't have to keep her looking up. Oh, it has, like, holes in it, too. God. Bad hair / face day. Like, I've had bad hair days, and sometimes I've had kind of, like, bad face days, but those 2 together? God. Never have a bad hair face day. Alright, and I can't wait to re-roll this one too. We're gonna really mess with it. Alright, 26 memory writes, 13, 7, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, we're gonna send that to our stash, and we'll call it Abomination. Weird flex, but okay. Yeah, like maybe she's flexing like. Well, maybe she's flexing her face muscles. I was gonna say like her awesome hair, but either or. Alright, let's re-roll that. As a more subtle mess up. Still existing, more subtle. That one's a little too big, too big. I think that one's okay. I think we got, like, the golden one off the bat. That one's a little messed up. Like, her cheeks are, like, really inward. She kind of looks like she has, like, no fat on her face, so you just see, like, the skeleton. Oh, Dr. Evie! Thank you for the host! I appreciate that. Oh, I said Dr. Evie. Diva Evie. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. No, but thank you for the host. I love that support. I appreciate it. Let's see. Can we mess up the face further? I hope we can. It's like just the hair in the mouth, which is like a weird mixture. Is that a diva dab? Is that what that's called? Cena dab. We're gonna call it a diva dab though. That's awesome. God. I happen to play a little Overwatch myself. I'm not a diva main though. Divas are awesome. I think Wasabi Tonic is the diva main. I think. I'm a Mercy main. I got those heals. I'm not finding one that I like much more. This one's not bad. But is that any better than Abomination? Nah, I like Abomination better. Alright, that is the ones we got. Let's move on from the top. I'm gonna get a Tracer one too. Least favorite Zelda game? Oh, can I say this one? Because I'm gonna get a lot of flack for it. No, I can't say that one. I haven't played Twilight Princess enough to form a negative opinion about it. But I also haven't played it enough to want to play it to its completion. My favorite one is Link's Awakening, which I'm excited about the remake. Super excited about the remake. The art style, I'm a little on the fence about. It should be an interesting art style. Also, Minish Cap is super good. I recommend Minish Cap if you haven't played that one. Should go with the Philips CDI game. Say political answer. Good point. That would have been a very good answer if I had thought of it in time. I can't switch answers, can I? Oh, now I gotta look at Link to the Past. Link to the Past. Yeah, okay, you're right. That one's also Reggie's favorite. Reggie, the old president of Nintendo. It's sad that he's the old president now. But yeah, I agree with you on Link's Awakening. That's a fantastic one. Oh my god, Link to the Past, that's a fantastic one. I said Link's Awakening. I still love Link's Awakening because I played that as a kid and it was my first like Zelda game. So I really played that one to death. And I didn't play Link to the Past until like 3 years ago. Like I played it fairly recently. So that was too bad. I didn't get to like grow up with it. And you've been streaming Minish Cap. Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to check out your stream. Here, wait. I don't think I've given you a follow yet. Let's drop a follow here. And I will go check that out. I usually am bad at following on stream, but I'm gonna do that. There we go. I gotta go check out the Minish Cap stream because I love watching that. His final press conference. It better be Mother 3, right? He missed the anniversary. That would have been the perfect timing to announce it. Oh, we were so disappointed when we didn't get Mother 3. Like a couple of the friends that were watching it. Thanks, man. No problem. Also, I like this effect because we see through the ship, but we only see through the ship via the ocean. That's a cool effect. Let's keep this. It better be Mother 3, but they have their reasons for not having it. From censorship and stuff like that. I see Spag streams retro. I hit the follow and changed you to retro on Discord. Oh yeah. We'll get to that 50 soon. Oh, you know it. How close are you, actually? I hope you're close. You're at 42? Pfft. 42? That's enough to give a shout out. You give me a follow and a host. Pfft. Go check out Spagoodlers. Oh, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that right, or type it correctly. Ah. Will the bot pick that up? Yes, it will. Okay, cool. Go check out Spagoodlers. Because if you're streaming Minish Cap and you support corruption streams, I mean, you're A-okay in my book. And if you haven't joined the Filthy Casuals, highly recommend it, because Sky Coasterman's the leader. I mean, to have anyone as a leader, I would follow that man into battle. I don't care the odds. Like, 2 versus 1,000, done. That guy is inspiring and an awesome leader. Let's see, we almost got this one done. 100 memory rights. I like this effect. I know I got it like while I was kind of glancing at chat and also corrupting, but this is a cool one. Because it adds like transparency to the boat. Where there's not supposed to be transparency. How do you like that emote, Sky Coaster Man? Do you like that? I was deciding on it. Some people have been not able to tell what it is, and I get, like, at a glance, you can't really tell. It's supposed to be a raccoon. I like the corrupting look to it, but maybe I gotta add a little bit more color. It's hard to, like, have the raccoon, but also have, like, the color to the emote. And then also convey the effect of corruption. There's too many things going on at once. There we go. Single memory, right? We're gonna call this... What do we call this? It's like a mirage. You didn't realize what it was today? Yeah, see, it's kind of tricky. I think you have to open in a new tab, or you have to, like, take a good look at it to figure out what it was. Someone a couple days ago was like, is that a dragon, or something like that? I'm like, oh. But I guess the only reason why you would get it is if you know what I'm doing. And I got the raccoons everywhere. I got the raccoon... I don't actually know where it would be on the Twitch stream. It would be up here, I think. I got the raccoon there and I'm corrupting it. But anyways, I think I'm gonna keep it. I kinda like it. Through the Looking Glass. Oh wait, actually that's a good name. Through the Looking Glass. I like that. Let's keep that one. I was gonna say Mirage, but it's kinda not a mirage. Like, that's when you're in the desert, you're thirsty. I'm not thirsty if I'm in the ocean. Well, actually, you might be. You might be dehydrated. Anyways. Through the Wormhole. That's not a bad one. I like Through the Looking Glass better, though. I'm gonna stick to that. If we were using the real-time corruptor, we're using the Windows Glitch Harvester today, I would give you guys points for the naming rights. I would put that little, like, note for, like, this is named by this person. But unfortunately, we don't have that today. Because it's, with GameCube corruptions, we unfortunately don't have a notes feature. So we get to just thank you very much for the naming. But I'm going to say Through the Looking Glass, because that's a good name. I guess I can't really show what it would look like if I was adding a name as an attribute to that. But it would just be like, credit to this person for naming, because I am so bad at coming up with names. And you think by now I'd be like better at it, but I'm slowly getting there. Slowly but surely thinking of like on-the-spot names. Anyways, let's reroll this one, see if we get any other effect out of it. I don't think we will. It's either... Oh no, we totally do. What is that? That's awesome, actually. So, what is going on there? The layers. So the ocean has many layers. The ocean has the blueness itself, the white caps, that's another layer, and the boat. Or, I guess the boat is a layer? That's kind of odd, this is in a 3D space. But anyways, those caps are being drawn over the boats, and then the ocean is behind that, so we got 3 layers. That's awesome, okay. So we're messing with those. We're gonna call it... It's kind of like capsized, but you're not like... The boat hasn't sank yet, so it's flooding. We'll call it floating boats. Flooding. That's good. I like that. Anyways, cool effect there. I like that a lot. Because you can walk around and there's little caps everywhere. There's also water down there from the back of the boat. Very cool. Alright. From the top with a brand new, fresh one. we did say we're gonna start change the starting address, which we're gonna do now. We're gonna get a little bit closer to 0. We may crash a little bit. Let's see. There's a crash. We're gonna get a lot of them. Hopefully, if we get 5 crashes, we'll adjust the starting address. That's 2. Okay, maybe it was a bad idea. There's 3. Don't corrupt system functions. The GameCube doesn't like it. Sometimes you get good stuff though, like we're corrupting audio in a very interesting way. It's like almost the audio handler is being corrupted, not the audio itself. Also, our movement's being corrupted because we're not moving right. Not at all. We're like teleporting all around through the floor. It's like some EDM stuff. Also, we're supposed to be getting put back on the ship, but the ship's like up there. I kind of want to keep the audio. It's kind of... it's alright. Let's keep that. If we can. Yeah, we should be able to. Electronic dance music. Okay, slowly getting there. You have to wait a couple seconds to hear it, so that's why it's taking me a little longer to corrupt or to sanitize it. But we got 50 memory writes. No, I just hear no audio. Down to 25. It's fighting us. Like a fish is trying to get away. Audio corruptions are hard to keep. Let's throw it on like this. We got 25 memory writes, that's pretty clean. It might have a little bit of rust on top of it, but don't worry about it. We'll call it EDM music. That's good enough. We can re-roll it, which may or may not crash it. That's alright. But I'm not hearing any changes in the music, so we're gonna do a fresh corruption now. So there's our 4th crash, and counting. Will we get a 5th one? 5th crash. Okay. We will change our starting address. No more corrupting system functions. Fresh. I should do advertising for Subway for how much I say fresh corruptions. I don't know why the arrow is funny to me, but it's like pointing down at him. Link is this character, not Zelda. This is Link. Where's with the clouds? We're going so fast. We're on a starship. Let's keep that one. Just hyper speed, light speed. We got some audio to go with it too. Wait, is it? No, it's not the emulation itself. I was wondering, like, is everything moving fast? But no, just the clouds. Okay, 100 memory writes, 53 memory writes, 26, slowly there, 13, 7. If there's something I've got better at, it's sanitizing corruptions. I do it so fast now. Compared to, like, I would take 10 minutes to sanitize, like, 100 memory writes before. Because I was bad at the method. But now I've been so good at it, I even made a video explaining how to do it. With a really bad mic. I gotta re-record that video now with better microphone quality. Now we're gonna call this the speed of light. And we're gonna re-roll it. Wait a minute, were we going backwards? It looks like we're going backwards. Maybe the clouds are just moving like that though. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to convey that effect even though it looks like the clouds are going the wrong way. If only the water would go the other way too. Oh well. I like this one. I think we're just gonna keep speed light and nothing else. Yeah. Alright, from the top. Brand new one. Beam. Audio. I'll just falling down constantly. Now this looks inappropriate. But Link also seems like he got kind of caught red-handed, so maybe it's okay. Like he didn't mean to do it. To do what he did. Oh, there's something wrong with her head. Wait, I can't control the camera. Let's get her head sanitized. There we go. She's a little larger than I remember. A little big. Oh, and her ankles are just spaghetti. Jesus. God. Link likes those spaghetti ankles. Alright, 27 memory rights. 13. 7. I'm trying not to laugh about that. Jesus. 4, 2, and 1. Okay. To the stash you go, and we call it not Chiefik, because that's a bad naming convention. We do... what do we call this? How about... hit on and apply directly to the forehead? What? Oh, I'm bad at names. Just... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna name it that terrible name. Let's reroll it to get different effects out of it, because we should be able to maybe get a horrifying corruption out of this. Maybe. If we, like, break dimensional bounds. Oh, we got a paper, paper, I was gonna say Mario version, but like a little thin paper. Even Sky Coaster Man is disappointed in my naming convention. Sometimes we're really bad at names. But hey, we'll delete that one, we'll call this one paper. We'll call this one paper. Get out of here with that bad name. And reroll a new one. I think paper was the one I was looking for. Like, that's kind of a cool effect to see. It's also kind of weird to see, because she follows you still. Her eyes follow you. Can I zoom? I can target her. There, it doesn't really target too nicely. So her eyes are following you in like a two-dimensional space. That's cool to see. Alright, is there anything else we can get out of this one? Just larger models, that's about it. Alright, from the top. I'm gonna mess up the starting dress some more. Actually, let's give this a try. We're gonna go to somewhere kind of middle of the starting address, and we're gonna go with an extremely high intensity, like ridiculously high. So high that my corruptor is taking a sec to even apply it. Can we get a working version, is what I'm wondering. And how messed up will that working version be? We're gonna keep trying. This is like taking a disc and just dashing a knife across it a couple times, or like taking a chunk out of it. It really is just taking a chunk out of memory and just writing just randomness into it. Kind of like taking a magnet on a hard drive. Anyways, this is the result of what we get from that just chunk in the disc, and eventually it does break, but I do want to take a look at it before that. I do like the umbrella effect. We zoom into the ship, which is awesome. Everyone is just lines going everywhere. We can try re-rolling it. Will we get a crash from that? We do. Let's try to see if we can get one more. I like these large ones. We do get that kind of jarring sound though. So I apologize about that. There's one more. We do die instantly. And I didn't think we'd be able to respawn because respawn is a finicky process with lots of functions. So we're not going to be able to do that. Alright, we'll stop messing with gigantic corruptions and let's go back to more reasonable amounts. And we get even like more of a horrifying corruption when we kind of take it easy. Like there's all these lights flashing in the background. The boatman is just like flicking the wheel and like praising something. Oh, and the wheel is gigantic. I didn't even realize that. Gigantic wheel around here. Also, I like the flute. It's like one of those really bad songs you go on YouTube and it's like, you know, bad flute Jurassic Park. But it's Wind Waker. So you don't even need to play the flute badly to get that effect. Anyway, there's this horrifying one. Oh, that sounds like my alarm in the morning. Also, her eye's a little messed up, isn't it? A little bit. Okay, I lied. These still kind of are big corruptions. They're reasonable amounts, though. Reasonably gigantic. This would be like if you want to... Oh, that's a local video store. No one's gonna know what that is. Also, Link is just becoming another ethereal being. Jesus. Well, at my local game store, they had these like little toolkits that you can use to, I guess, get rid of scratches on CDs. It was supposed to repair them, but of course it's not actually going to repair them. It would just make it so it was readable. It'd be like using one of those on a really severely damaged CD, and you get this effect. That's cool looking. I like the dot effect. Kind of looks like one of those paintings, where it's just composed of dots and nothing else. I don't think we'll be able to sanitize it though. No, not at all. It's just very, very broken. We get Link's face. There he is, peeking out there. Jump solo. Disc Doctor, I think that was one of the brands. We had like an off-brand one because it was like a small video store. But that's the idea, yeah. I think Disc Doctor was the big brand, wasn't it? System cleaner. Oh, did they transition to software after that? That's kind of cool if they did. You gotta... What's it called? My IT teacher would always say it. Innovate or die is what he would always say. But yeah, Disc Doctor CD repair kit. 3 stars on Amazon. Of course it wasn't actually gonna work. Oh, that's like a whole setup and everything. Yeah, no, we didn't have anything that cool. We had like one of the bad ones you would like spray with like a little foam and wipe it on and pray to God. Pray to someone at Nintendo that it would work. I would butcher any of the names if I tried pronouncing them. Okay, let's knock our intensity down so we can actually get some real corruptions, because these are just garbage. Well, they're not garbage. They're beautiful chaos. Did we block out the sun? Oh no. It's just this guy's head? No, what is that? I don't know what that's getting clipped on. Something's gigantic. This one, the sky is actually black, which is cool. Oh, we got a hard crash! How about that? I don't get those often. Okay, I like this music. This is like a deeper version of it. With more bass to it. I don't know how to pronounce that right. I think I would say it wrong if I did. This sounds like a sea shanty, like tune that they would have. The Pirates on the Sea. It's a music corruption though, so it's hard to keep. We messed it up already, actually, in sanitizing it. Bad audio. There we go. 121 memory writes, we're almost there. 60. Yeah, kind of like lean out the music corruptions. You gotta lure them. 15 memory writes, 8 memory writes, 4, 2, and 1. Oh, except the last one actually didn't have it. Okay, back up to 30. 15. 8. Good. 4. Something's kind of odd is happening with this one. Or sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. This one's good. Ah, we gotta double load it, that's why. So in the first, when I loaded it, it was correct, but then when I reloaded it, the injected code wasn't present, so. Single load. And on the double load, it didn't actually work, so single load. Double load. There we go, okay. Remove disabled, there we go. Single memory write, throw it on the stash, and we'll call it Sea Shanty. And I think that is the one we're gonna have to call it on. Let's reroll this one to see if we can get anything else out of it. What a horrible night to have a curse. That does kind of sound like a curse tune. Well, it's a little too jaunty though. If it was like a little, I guess, higher pitched, you could have a curse sound to it. But I don't think it's gonna reroll, sadly. And yeah, I think that's the last one of the evening. Because we do gotta call it. It's starting a little late for me. It's 2 o'clock over here. I don't have to work in the morning though. But anyways, we'll be around with more streams. So let's go ahead and switch gears here. Do I want to do anything else with this window open? I gotta save the stockpile, which I'm gonna do now. Make sure it's saved by hitting save 40 times. Exactly. And we'll go and transition scenes here. Now I don't have music pre-prepped, but I do have algo music available. So let's go ahead and stop the emulation here. Say, oh wait, you're breaking glass. Nope, we didn't, okay. Let's transition here. And while I usually have music pre-prepared, I actually forgot to do that this time around, but don't worry, we have something much better. So we have a text to MIDI converter, where you can input any text and you can turn it into some audio. And we happen to have a couple streamers in the chat tonight who are awesome, so we're going to convert some of their names to MIDI while we close off the stream and go ahead and find someone to host. Starting off with our newest subscriber for the channel, Sky Coasterman. So I'm going to type in Sky Coasterman's name here. Make sure I spelled it correctly. Yep, good to go. And this is Sky Coasterman's song, if you will. Take a listen. Oh, cut out there, I'm sorry. I can't touch Google Chrome, otherwise it freaks out. But don't you like the sound of that? We've heard this one once before. I was talking to Brisby about it, and I love the sound of this one. It sounds like a Castlevania game, absolutely. And it's just so light and like hearty and nice. And this is what I feel like when I go to Sky's streams. They're so wonderful. Anyway, that's one of my favorites. And Sky's song will be immortalized. I'm gonna figure out a way to do a sound effect for it, so we'll have a Sky sound when he comes in. But anyways, lovely song. Thank you, Sky Coaster Man, for having an awesome name and for the subscription. Love the support. Go check him out. He's an awesome guy. You appear to have converted into an RPG. Like, it sounds so nice. I'm so happy with it. So in terms of streaming, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I stream every day whenever possible, unless I got some assignment or night class that prevents me from doing so. Whether we'll corrupt or we're gonna be playing Munch's Odyssey, I'm unsure yet, but our playthrough so far has been doing Munch's Odyssey, going through the Oddworld Quintilogy, trilogy, one of those two. We'll be playing that tomorrow night, or corrupting, I'm not sure. Thank you, Spagoodlers. Still love your name. Thank you for the hosts and the follow, by the way. Have a good night as well. Thank you, Brisby, for stopping by. All of you are wonderful. And yeah, we're gonna host Jub Jub in just a minute. Stay tuned for that. And have a good night, everyone.